Well, I finally have a hydroponics update for you. Here are my tomatoes. To give you an idea how big these are, my height is to this leaf right here, and that's where my head is. That's where the top of the plant is. But getting a lot of nice big, these are cherry tomatoes. Nice and big. And they're really just splitting off here. Producing a lot. The hardest part is when I'm pruning them. I don't know if I really want to prune them too much, because I don't want to lose too many tomatoes. Like for instance, this here is this split, and I have pretty much good stuff growing on both, but I also don't want to have too much weight on this. But this bucket is my cherry tomatoes, and here I have my bigger boys, and this is what I've been dealing with a lot because there's so many nutrients and everything, is they're just really starting multiple stalks, and I have to trim them up pretty good. This one's growing a little slower, but it's still doing good. The cherry tomatoes are the ones that are growing really fast, but there are those, and these ones. These are my Rutgers. Got tomatoes there, tomatoes there, tomatoes in the back, and there's some more tomatoes right there. There's some more tomatoes there, and we'll get some more when they start popping up here. But and then this one, these are my my brandywines, my red brandywines. These are my heirlooms. Look at these leaves. These leaves are huge. But I keep my parts per million right about 1700, 1700, and I let it sit for about 2-3 days before I add anything, and then it kind of helps suck any of the extra salts and everything out of the line, so I'm not getting crystallization in the line. I did flush the system the other day. I flushed it with just plain old rainwater. That's not long enough yet to get that, but anyways, I flushed it with plain old rainwater for a full day, and the rainwater had about 10 parts per million, so it was really able to absorb a lot of extra things that was sitting in the line and sitting in the buckets. But I started out at, like I said, 10 parts per million, and by the time I went to go add my nutrients, it was about 800 parts per million. So, but here are my Romas. These are doing pretty good. They're shaded a little bit from the other ones, but they're doing good. Still got some more time before they're gonna be picked anyways. Here are my these are my jalapenos. Now this year, just like last year, I wasn't really getting too many flowers. I don't know why, but we'll see what's going on. I've got plenty of cayenne peppers last year and this year, but I don't know about the peppers. And the peppers are in the right nutrient solution, so I'm switching over. I'm using Maxi Bloom right now. I'm going to switch over to Maxi Grow, or I'm using Maxi Grow right now, but I'm going to switch over to Maxi Bloom soon. Once I'm done with my one mixture, so I'm not wasting it. But these are my habaneros, and looks like something just got into my cucumbers here. Son of a gun. We've been battling with not knowing what's getting in here, and it seems like a deer's getting in here somewhere, and we don't know where. And the only thing I can think of is that it's jumping over the fence. But yeah, and this one's pretty much completely eaten. 100% eaten. Has some leaves, but this will end up dying here. Yeah, this is pretty much a goner here. Here's my zucchini plant. And my eggplant is finally starting to get some flowers. And here's another zucchini. Here's a bell pepper. Some peas that are finally grasping onto the trellis. My beans, which are grasping onto the trellis. And they're probably going to fight the tomatoes for space. Some more peppers and some more peppers. But you can kind of get an idea from the back here of how many tomatoes I have. You get a real good idea. Pretty much everywhere a tomato can start, or a flower has been a tomato is starting. These bees are really helping out with the pollination, I think. We're getting far more pollination than last year. And had to fix a leak right there. Just used some glue this time because the one of the drain lines were it was right where I needed to put a cover. And this is doing good. I have to fill this up here soon. Put some more water in it. But it's doing its morning water, so what I like to do is come out when it's finished draining, because last few times I've filled the water reservoir while it's been in the middle of a cycle and I've overflown. So, well, the chickens are doing good, but we finally found signs of a pest trying to get in. Whatever it is, it's trying to dig underneath. I don't know if it's a raccoon or what it is. I'd like to eventually get a motion camera to see what's working over here. I mean, I see coon prints, so I think it's a raccoon. We do have woodchucks around here, so I'm not sure. Not sure one way or the other. Kind of slipped my finger. There's our heat lamp kind of busted, so I was trying to get that out. But there are all the chickens. Chickens are doing good. We had to move another Moran into the front chicken hospital because these ones are bullying her a lot. The Morans are pretty docile, so they don't really fight back very well. But they're doing good. And as you can see, we laid on some nice coverage for them. Let them eat it and have a breakdown and everything. They enjoy it. The chicken water is still doing awesome. Having to fill it probably once every month and a half. Right about, yeah, once every month and a half, and that's their only water source. So it's not like they're using anything else. So there it is. And I'm gonna try not to get too close, but I think our last video we had, I was just putting that second deep on, and the center of that second deep, like 3 frames were full of honey, and then the brood, and then we had a bunch of brood down here. And as you can see, I installed a IP security camera there just so I can make sure that there's nothing fiddling with it. And the camera that's up there in the trees, I moved it just a little bit so that way I can get a good overview, to make sure there aren't any pests. I've been catching a coon around here. There's a water container that's been spilled over there, but I'm gonna try to hurry up and make this video because I don't want to piss these bees off. But that's completely full of honey and pretty much capped off. We checked that yesterday, and that was they were building up. They were building up pretty good with the honey. So about another 4 days, that'll be full of honey. But they're just going to town. They have so much around here to use. In those woods, that's an old orchard in the woods. We have a pear tree that's up there. There's just a ton of stuff. And in here, the entryway feeder was kind of working okay, but I wasn't exactly sure, you know, if it was working efficiently or not. I hope I wasn't covering my microphone for that. But anyways, so I took a chicken waterer and put some foam in there, so that way they were able to stand on it and just look at it. Look at them eating that. And so we filled up 2 quarts. We filled up a 2-liter bottle and then put it in there with some sugar water, and they're really enjoying it. So that's probably how we're gonna feed them in the winter time. Either that or my gallon bag plastic, or my plastic gallon bag thing. So, and believe it or not, I'm out here with no protection on. I hope that doesn't bite me in the butt later, but they're I'm not really a threat to them right now. I'm not messing with them, so they're doing good. Raspberries were doing good. Almost all of them have fruit on it. And there's a white raspberry over there, and those things are really good. But you can see all the fruit. These are blackberries. See all the nice fruit on them. Gotta put our bird cover over it. And just, we're letting the strawberries kind of do their thing because they're done for the season. And here are the blueberries. They're doing good. They haven't ripened yet, so hopefully they'll ripen soon. And these were just planted this year, so. And the apple trees are doing well. I know it stinks that my cucumbers have been eaten, but much rather the cucumbers be eaten than the apple trees. So, and here's some other stuff. We were dealing with some rust that we had to kind of spray for, and we'll spray for aphids organically, at least. Spray for aphids in the next few days. Here's the Honeycrisp tree. This thing's a fighter. This thing has had so much stuff happen to it, and it's almost growing better than all the other trees. And the peach tree's doing well. No flowers, of course, because it was too cold this year. But it'll come back next year. And some nice buds that just didn't start. So, well, the rain catch is just about full. I've been using it. We're at 250 gallons right now, as you can see. And we got some junk in the bottom there. That's mostly just sediment and everything. But this pipe that you can kind of see right here, I have 2 small air pumps teed together, and I have a bunch of stones, or I drilled a few holes, put a bunch of stones in here to weight it down, and then threw it in there, and it's been doing a good job. I just put about 10 tablespoons of bleach in here because it was really mucky, and then let it sit for about a week, and it's just about cleared up. It's a great thing about chlorine is it's in and out of your water pretty quickly, but it does a great job cleaning. here are the chickens. Here's the one that we've been nursing back to health. And there's the one that's been picked on. She had all of her tail feathers pretty much plucked out. So we just threw her back up here. And we're really glad that they didn't, or that we didn't get rid of this. Because that would have just stunk. So, but they're doing okay. I need to make another ladder, one that doesn't have spaces in it, because this one, who's still recovering from a broken foot, is she's not able to grasp the bars very well going up, but coming down she is. She can come out by herself. Let's see if we have any. See if we have any eggs. No, not yet. The one who's been in here for the longest, she's doing a fairly decent job laying. She's laying one just about every day to every other day. So, but we have 4 Morans, so they all get picked on. We had 4 in here before. We had 4 chickens in here before, so the only bad thing is we won't be able to move it, so we'll have to just keep laying down bedding. But that's okay. Can't be a perfect world. And here's Anna's garden. Those are all of her pepper plants. Pepper plants are doing nicely. And those leaves are just huge. Very, very big. And this was the bed that we put the chicken bedding in last year before the winter time, so I had all that time for that nitrogen to soak down there. And Anna makes a nice mixture of, I believe it's holly tone, gypsum, and something else, and she puts it in the bottoms, or when she digs the holes. And there are cukes over there, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, the summer squashes, or not summer squash, but zucchini. Her peppers are kind of doing okay. Let me zoom in. Peppers are kind of doing okay. And then those are her beans. These are those new trellises that we got. And that is not weeds that you see there. Those are all beans. And then this bed here, I don't think you can see it started yet, but I believe that this is a lettuce bed she has going. Lettuce or beans, I'm not sure. And then more tomatoes. Then you have beans back there. Let me zoom out here. And this is her herb bed. So she got all this nice basil and all that mint. So this mint was twice that size. She actually cut a lot of it to take it out. And then there's the hydroponics, or not the hydroponics, but there's the pool that we put a bunch of peppers in. And then there's my compost tier back there. Our carrots. She has pumpkins right there, and either melons there and pumpkins there, or vice versa. And there's a trellis for more beans, and behind that you can see the trellis for peas. So, and her tomatoes are doing well. So, but that's pretty much the update. Hope you enjoyed.